Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Indianapolis, Indiana. Lucas Oil Raceway, Indianapolis Raceway Park, IRP, whatever you call it. It's one of America's premier multiple-use race facilities. Constructed in the 1950s and opened for business in 1960, the facility features a quarter-mile drag strip that is home to the NHRA Nationals every Labor Day weekend. 2.5-mile road course, now closed, where Mario Andretti scored his very first USAC National Championship win, and a 5/8-mile oval that has hosted the night before the 500 USAC Midget Race, along with various other USAC Midget Sprint Car, Silver Crown events, NASCAR Xfinity, and Camping World Truck Series events. Although NASCAR events moved over to the big track, ARCA, CRA have added Lucas Oil Raceway to their schedules, and as of 2022, the Camping World Truck Series will make a return to Indy this July. But tonight, the My Cricket Makes Truck Series, and it's next on HBR TV. Once again, good evening, everyone. Welcome to IRP. That's what I'm going with tonight because that's what sticks in my brain. It is, of course, Lucas Oil Raceway at Indianapolis. We're going to go with IRP because that's just easy to remember. And everybody knows what I'm talking about. Practice just about said and done here. A little over 3 minutes to go. Zach Millett, top of the board. Zach, 315 truck. Sim Speed Shop Chevy, it looks like. I believe this is our first race in the My Cricket Makes Truck Series with the updated trucks that iRacing has provided. Overall, trucks are about the same. It's just a little bit of styling cues that have changed slightly. Ford, for instance, got a new nose. Really, all the trucks got a new nose, but here's an example of it here on the number 7 Exide machine of Kevin Feemster. I don't think we've got any Toyotas out there, or do we? Yeah, there's one. Good look at the nose. Number 20 of Aaron Conover. Some damage, though, on that machine. Again, the updated styling cues on the trucks caused all these guys to have to switch up their paints, change things up as it deleted the initial files. See some guys maybe out here in an unfamiliar paint scheme, or in Mark's case, the template. Be easy to spot the 50 out there of Mark Thomas this evening in that red, blue, and neon green Toyota Tundra. That's okay. They'll get it right in. I think Mark's got a guy painting his truck here right now. Have that squared away by the next week. Tough track here at IRP. Just under 5/8 of a mile. It is flat track. Fast way around, at least so far, tends to be the top line. See the 2 there. Brian Torsha working with Brian Rupert. Off turn 2. Got to keep the momentum up to be quick around here, and down at the bottom, though it is the shortest way around, definitely not the quickest, at least so far in practice. Before we get into the qualifying session, let's go ahead and thank the sponsors. Of course, it is the My Cricket Makes Truck Series. My Cricket Makes custom-made signs and a lot more. Contact Tabitha Brown at 618-340-0900. An associate sponsor, LSI Litchfield Specialty. Thanks to Sudath Taxidermy, competition quality at a commercial price. Contact award-winning taxidermist James Sudath at 636-544-7836. And to D. Dixon & Sons Trucking Incorporated. And TRS, theracing-school.net. If you want to get behind the wheel of a real race car, full-bodied stock car, tour type modified, contact theracing-school.net or call 877-CAN-RACE. Schedule for 22 is out April through late October, weather permitting. Practice is in the books. Take a look at the top times for the practice session. Zach Millett tops the charts. Donald Ray, Brian Rupert, Steve Requeno, Jamie Kerr. That's your top 5 practice times. Mark Thomas, Ben Choate, Shane Wagner, Aaron Conover, Brian Torsha, the balance of the top 10. Qualifying session, 10 minutes, 2 laps. Looks like Kevin Teamster, first car to hit the racetrack, the number 7 machine. Green flag in the air for the 7. Lap 1, he's in the fence already. That's going to negate this lap due to the incident. Jamie Kerr out on his lap. About to take the green for lap number 1. Razor's Edge here through these corners again. The high line, it's almost like a flat mini Darlington. I know they're not shaped anywhere near the same, but high side tends to be the quick side, and it's real easy to get the right side of that truck in the fence, as you just see Jamie do off the backstretch off of 2. See if they count this lap or not. Lap 1 for Jamie Kerr. Not counted with the contact with the wall. Zach Millett, though, out of Alexandria Bay, New York. First lap for the 315. He was fastest in the practice session. 22.59. 315. .2240 is the top time for the 315 of Zach Millett. Jamie Kerr second, Mark Thomas third, Shane Wagner fourth, Brian Rupert fifth. Lap 2 for Zach, a 22:33, picks it up just a hair on the second lap. Ben Choate out there, the number 1 My Cricut makes entry. A little bit of a tank slap on corner entry. He's driving a Toyota here tonight. Gathers it up, keeps it off the wall, starts lap 1. Starts lap 2. First lap, a 23:33 for Ben Choate. Choate crosses the line, lap 2, a little quicker, 22:63, puts him into the top 5. Brian Torsha's second lap at 22:87, that puts him top 10. Aaron Conover also second lap, 22:930, it's 10th fast. Some of these guys are going to continue to take some laps here just to get some extra time in practice. You see Conover pound the outside wall twice. That one hurt. We've got 11 cars so far that have clocked in a time. Ryan Pinnell, Joe Marks, Ronaldo McKinnon, Steve Requeno, Donald Ray, as of now, not to have hit the track for their qualifying attempt. Steve Requeno is gridded up. Let's see if he's going to roll here in just a moment. And Donald Ray, I thought, was pretty quick in practice. Yeah, he was. Ray was the second fastest truck out there. I think Requeno is going to hit the track. Familiar number 24, the Napa colors. A couple of you guys already in the Facebook stream chat. Of course, it is Tabitha Brown. That's a pretty truck. Sure is. Of course, Tabitha talking about Ben Choate with the My Cricut Makes logo on the side. Requino lap 1, it's quick, 22.541 for the number 24. That's third fast so far, and second lap tends to be quicker. If you can lay down a smooth one, could be a threat for the pole position. He's in 3 and 4. Burp the throttle a little off corner exit. Let's see what it comes to. 22.637, not fast enough. Still a good lap out of the 24. Ronaldo McKinnon also out there to take his time. McKinnon's first lap at 23.021. Lap 2 for the 52. Let's see if there was an improvement here. Yes, there was. A 22.686. Top 10 starting position for Ronaldo McKinnon. That's good enough for 7th fast. Still a couple more drivers left to hit the track. Ryan Pennell, Joe Marks, Donald Ray. And Ray second fastest in the practice session. Be nice to see if he go out there and challenge for the pole. 3.5 minutes left in the session. With that, we're going to step aside here for a short break. A lot of times we don't get everybody on track, so we're going to take a break. We'll be back with our starting grid after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Indianapolis. IRP, the My Cricut Makes Truck series, about to get underway. Our starting grid. A little funny this time, doesn't it? That's better. On the pole position, it is the 315 of Zach Millett. Starting on the outside front row, the number 75 Black Acid Custom Racing Apparel Machine, HBR TV, Jamie Kerr. Row number 2, it is Steve Requino, the number 24 machine. Starting fourth, it's Mark Thomas, the number 50, with Ben Choate starting in row number 3, with Shane Wagner, the 26, to his outside. Ronaldo McKinnon with Southern LED Automotive Lighting will start 7th. Brian Rupert in the 3 will start 8th. Starting 9th, Kevin Feemster, and 10th, it's Eric Beadle with Beadle Motorsports. Starting 11th, it is the 2 of Brian Torsha, and 12th, the 20 of Aaron Conover. Starting 13th, Dal Legan. 14th, Donald Ray. 15th, Ryan Pinnell. 16th, rolling off shotgun on the field, looks like Joe Marks. Two formation laps around IRP. Again, we're working on a short track here, just under 5/8 of a mile. Talked about Jamie Kerr putting that machine on the front row. His first lap of qualifying was actually invalidated, so we cut away. Didn't even get to see lap number 2. It was a quick one, almost good enough for the pole position. Jamie is the outside of Zach Millett. Pace car pulls off, waiting on the starter to wave the green.
Green flag.
Green flag waves. Field comes up to speed. Into turn 1, the 315 truck of Zach Millett down low. Jamie Kerr battling up top. Seems to be really the preferred lane is going to be the high side as they work off 2. Jamie Kerr using that real high line, just barely off the outside wall, takes the top spot, as we do have a caution though on the speedway. Possibly related. Ben Choate, yep, the one truck involved. Go back and take a look at it, see what happened with Ben Choate. Ben down on the bottom. That is really the trickiest place to be. It is tough. Slides up just a hair. Does he make contact with Mark? No, but looks like he's trying awful hard to stay off of the 50 of Mark Thomas. In doing so, rear end comes around, cold tires. We heard these guys talking about it in the practice session. Really need to be careful the first 2, 3, 4 laps on these Goodyear Racing Eagles, these trucks. They got to get some heat into them before they really do what you want them to do. Prime example of it right there. Ben Choate around off turn number 4. Should be a relatively quickie yellow. Not sure if they got the ability to shorten these up here or not, but it looks like we are 2 by 2 already as we get ready to go back to green. Yep, pace car is down. Now we're going to wait on Jamie Kerr. Jamie chooses the high side here. Wise move, it appears. That seems to be the quick way around. Probably see that all night. Green flag is in the air. Jamie's back in the gas. Clears the 315. Zach tucks in behind. That again is the preferred line. You're really going to want to see that machine be up in that high side if you don't want to get freight trained up top. Mark Thomas just a tick of the wall off turn number 2 there. Ronaldo McKinnon up to the 6th position. You got a gaggle of trucks in behind. Brian Rupert, Kevin Feemster. Feemster to the outside. You got the 41 of Donald Ray trying to take a peek as well. Ray started right at the back of the pack. He's up 5 spots already. McKinnon in the fence a little bit. Contact with the 7. McKinnon back in the fence after that contact. Donald Ray still moving towards the front. For the lead here on lap number 10. Looks like Zach's going to clear him into turn number 1. Jamie continues to take the high side, though. Momentum is there, but maybe found a little grip at the bottom, did Zach Millett. Jamie Kerr in the fence off turn 2. New leader, Zach Millett, top of the board. Ronaldo McKinnon unfortunately falling back to the rear of the field after the contact with the outside wall. Was involved in that incidental contact. Aaron Conover in the 20. Again, a new paint there. Looks like the 41 Donald Ray might have gotten into the fence as well. Light on the right side of the 41. Conover trying to make a move around the 7 of Feemster here into turn number 1. Conover down low. Looks like the low line starting to come in for some of these trucks. Little over rotate for the 20 off turn number 4. Gathers it back up, but Donald Ray's going to go high, try to go around the 20. He's got the spot. Now looking low on the 7. Donald Ray looking aggressive here. 15 laps in here at IRP. It's going up 7 positions from where he actually took the green flag from. Joe Marks actually did not take the green flag. Good battle going on here, and you've got Brian Torsha, Eric Beadle coming into the frame as well. Beadle, the number 19 machine up top. Brian Torsha down in the 2. Wow, Donald Ray pulling away from this pack. Eric Beadle, no, it was not Eric Beadle. Possibly Ryan Pennell. 12 truck, yes indeed it was Ryan Pennell, the number 12. Kevin Feemster just was not clear off corner exit, gets into that Ford F-150. Both trucks end up in the fence, but we do stay under the green flag. Both trucks can round again into the inside wall. Maybe this will bring like someone tired of his you know what. No, maybe not. Feemster off the corner, just loses it. Round it goes. "20 laps in, Zach Millett still your leader. Jamie Kerr is 3rd. Shane Wagner up 3 spots to the 3rd position. Mark Thomas is 4th. Steve Requino up to the 5th position. I say up to the 5th position. He actually started 3rd, so I guess we'll say he's down to the 3rd spot. With Brian Rupert knocking on the tailgate as well. Donald Ray has moved his way up into that top 7 bunch as well. Slowly but surely making his way towards the front. Steve Requino looking to the inside of Mark Thomas. Right now, this is fourth. Really working on that. Mark Thomas running what looks like it. Things pretty clean and green, though, from the start of the race. Got 26 laps in and one caution initially, which right at the start, but since then it's pretty good green flag racing. Green flag laps ticking off in a hurry. These trucks do have 2 sets of tires over the wall in addition to the sets they started the race on. So a couple of opportunities for changing tires if they present themselves. I'd imagine 28 laps in, if they get the opportunity under a yellow, they would certainly take the tires. Best laps we've seen so far, I think it's mid 22s. Right now, leaders are running in the low 23s, so tire fall off already starting to come into play. That said as well, you see the 26 of Shane Wagner now battling, now taking over the second position from the 75 of Jamie. Now in changes up into the top 5, Zach Millett, Shane Wagner, Mark Thomas, Steve Requino, and Jamie Kerr now slips to the 5th spot. Donald Ray knocking on that door as well. Donald is side by side across the line, but into one. He takes the 5th position. Not sure if Jamie Kerr has got to lose it here. Brian Rupert, now Aaron Conover knocking on the door as well. Still the battle up front. Mark Donald Ray, fast mover, big mover so far, up 9 positions in the first 32 laps. Yellow, how he's going to be under pressure. Donald Ray looking up the middle, maybe going to go 3 wide here if he can get the opportunity. Mark Thomas doing a good job defending up top, using that momentum to stay out in front of those 2 drivers. It's also allowed Brian Rupert and Conover to join the party once again. Still the battle rages for the 3rd position. Mark Thomas has it. Everybody else there in that group wants it. Donald Ray, though, has gotten around Requino, but Requino battles back, looking to the inside, has to think better of it off corner exit. Move Donald Ray now. Didn't seem to hurt the momentum on that 50s. They almost come together off of turn number 4. Donald Ray now looking back out of Rockwall, Texas. Continues to try and battle Mark Thomas for the position. Donald Ray way down low. Mark Thomas way up high. Extreme different lines here. Looks like the 6th spot gets by Conover. Well, it all goes down. Zach Millett has got a 3-second advantage over the 2nd place machine of Shane Wagner. Donald Ray up to the 3rd position, looking for more here, 38 laps in. Gonna ride on board here with Aaron Conover, see him work on the back bumper of Mark Thomas here. Mark was running up in that 3rd position, is now slipped to the 5th spot. Conover, who started 12th here tonight, he's up to position number 6, wants to move it up into the top 5. Meanwhile, he's trying to battle the 50 for the position. He's got to defend the 24 from taking it away. Requino, 7th spot, trying to take 6th away from Conover. Good news for Mark Thomas, gives him a little bit of breathing room while these 2 go at it. And Mark Thomas is in the pit lane. All of a sudden, he wasn't there in that top 5 anymore. Mark Thomas brings that Toyota Tundra to his pit stall. Right side's going on. Green flag pit stops, it appears, here at IRP. Going to try and take advantage, do the undercut here, get some fresh rubber on that truck, pick up some lap time here, try to close the gap. Wait for these guys. If this is going to go green the rest of the way, this is not a bad strategy. He's going to need to do maybe one more stop before it's all said and done. But a good idea for the driver of the number 50. Pulling some pit strategy here, halfway, just about halfway at IRP, the My Cricket Makes Truck Series. Have to keep an eye on the leaders. They start to get into some lap traffic. Ben Choate, one of them. Brian Torsha just up ahead as well. Curious to see if Zach decides to hit the pit lane himself, try to avoid or negate that undercut that Mark Thomas is trying to get out of this deal. You see the 41, he's in pit lane as well. Final Ray, a little bit of right side damage on that number 41 machine. Is he going to take a fast repair? Does not appear to be. Right side's in the air. A little bit of Sunoco Racing fuel going into that Chevy Silverado. Crew around to the left side. Down and away, 4 tires and fuel for the driver of the number 41 Chevrolet Silverado. Almost to halfway here. Still a little bit of damage to that right rear, but looks like we'll get away with it. Going to save that fast repair for those just in case moments. Back out front though, Zach Millett still in heavy lap traffic, trying to go around the 52 of Ronaldo McKinnon. Gets down into turn number 3. McKinnon battling back, trying to stay on the lead lap. To no avail. Millett off turn 4, crosses the line as the leader, gets the lap.
Caution, caution.
Caution does come out though. Mark Thomas has crashed. Mark just pit with fresh tires. Some damage to that machine. We talked about this in the beginning of the race. These fresh Goodyear Racing Eagles are almost like stones until they get some heat into them. Very well could be the culprit here on the number 50. Let's go back and take a look at it, see what we can see happening to Mark Thomas. Looks like this might be off of 4. Yep, off turn 4. Here comes the 50. Yeah, just back to the gas. A tick too early, tick too low. Loops it in front of the approaching traffic. Caution comes out. And there you have it. Now, Zach Millett, he hits the pit lane. He's going to get his pit service here just shy of halfway under the caution flag. The rest of the field appears to be staying out. We've got a couple of guys in, though. Brian Rupert, he's on his way. Pretty big pit entry here at IRP. Aaron Conover, Jamie Kerr as well. Jamie is certainly going to welcome new tires and some pit service and some repairs. I imagine he's probably going to burn a fast repair here. That truck is a little worse for wear. Did a great job keeping it on the lead lap, but we'll see if he burns it right now or saves it for later. Nope, going to use it. New truck, learned his lesson, hopefully, and we'll get back in this. Right side's going on the number 75. I would assume lefts as well. Conover getting some pit work done still. Actually getting repairs done the old-fashioned way, not using a fast repair. Brian Rupert, same thing. Did not use the fast repair, so he's down and away. Going to save that for, well, a rainy day, so to speak. While we're under caution, let's go ahead and thank the sponsors once again. This is the My Cricket Makes Truck Series. My Cricket Makes custom-made signs and a lot more. Contact Tabitha Brown at 618-340-0900 or get into the stream chat because, guys, she's watching and she's here in the chat. So if you need something and you don't want to call her or text her, do it right here. Associate sponsor, LSI Litchfield Specialty. Studath Taxidermy, competition quality to commercial price. Contact award-winning taxidermist James Studath at 636-544-7836. And to D. Dixon & Sons Trucking Incorporated. And to TRS, the RacingSchool.net. If you want to drive a full-bodied stock car, even a tour type modified, they've got it all. Check out the RacingSchool.net or call 877-CAN-RACE for your opportunity at the wheel out at Thompson Speedway. 2022 schedule is out, running April 9th through late October, weather permitting.
Green flag. Caution. Caution. Give me your 10th there, bud.
Lap 60 of 100. Working the caution once again. Zach Millett still leads. Lights are still lit. Top the pace truck. Top 5, Zach Millett, Shane Wagner, Jamie Kerr, Brian Rupert, Ben Choate worked his way back up into the 5th spot. We've got 7 trucks currently on the lead lap. Again, caution came out, not this one, the previous caution, right in the middle of our green flag pit cycle. Ironically, the truck that started the cycle was the one that brought out the caution. Mark Thomas out there on fresh tires, cold stones, I guess you could call them, having some trouble off turn number 4. Not a major incident, but unfortunately enough to bring the yellow out. And truthfully, that hurt him more than anybody because he was going for that undercut. It appeared better pace out of the fresher tires where the rest of the field is out there doing laps. Yeah, he lost a lap in that exchange, but it's the actual track position you're trying to make up in doing that. And the caution comes out after he loses it off of 4 and it all goes away. Leaders get the opportunity to pit under the caution flag, and here we are. Another caution. Lap 61. We're going to go back to green at lap 62. Pace truck is down. Millett leads him down from the high side. The 315 truck with Shane Wagner, the 26, down low. Jamie Kerr, Brian Rupert, Ben Choate, Steve Requeno, the next couple rows. Green flag is in the air. Zach gets back to the gas right away. Wagner slides up in behind, takes that high lane. Smart move by the driver of the 26. Jamie Kerr up into the 3rd position. Brian Rupert there 4th. Ben Choate 5th, battling with the 24. Requeno off of turn number 2. McDonald Ray, a little piece of the wall off turn number 4. Continues on. Real loose for the 3 of Brian Rupert off turn 4. Ronaldo McKinnon also into the fence off turn 4. To get away with it, sparks flying. Then we see Brian Rupert, though, involved. A little side-by-side, door-to-door action with the 3, and I believe it was the 1. Everybody straightens it out and keeps going, but sparks are flying there off of turn number 2. Mark Thomas in the fence again off turn 4. These guys are pounding that outside wall off corner exit quite a bit. Like I said, we expected to see that. It's like a mini Darlington that's not shaped the same with no banking. These guys are certainly getting into the wall regularly. Trying to get all you can get through these corners. Again, the high side is the way around here, at least the fast way around, and you really got to run on that ragged edge, that razor's edge off corner exit. Difference between fast and in the fence is very, very small. The 7 of Kevin Feemster closing in on this group just ahead. Mark Thomas, the 12. Brian Pinnell. Dale Legan just up ahead as well. And these guys not currently on the lead lap, but still plenty fast. Just got caught a lap down with the pit cycle and the caution coming out. Back near the front, top 5, Ben Choate running in the 5th spot. So far, salvaging a decent night. Had an issue real early on. Got the truck spun out, brought our first caution out. He's fought his way back up into the top 5, looking strong here with a new paint scheme on that truck. My Cricut makes, of course. Jamie Kerr runs in the 3rd spot. He's going to have company here in just a minute in the form of the 24, Steve Requeno, looking out the back window. The 24 Napa machine getting bigger and bigger in the mirror. 30 laps to go here at IRP. Zach Millett, so far the class of the field. Jamie Kerr led some laps early on. Zach quickly was able to find a way back around, ironically, at the inside. Amy in the wall just a bit. The 24 gets to the inside. Oh, Requino in the fence off turn number 2, trying to switch things up. It looked like trying to change up the lane and see what he can do with the 75. While that goes on, Ben Choate watches it happen. Choate looked a little closer than that, but actually this 8th position of Donald Ray was in behind the 24 as that happened. Ray is actually the first car 1 lap down, so if we get a caution, look out, because he's the lucky dog candidate, and he is a hot shoe behind the wheel, that number 41 machine. Shane Wagner out in front of this group in the 2nd spot. Zach Millett a ways up in front as well. 3-second advantage now over the 2nd place running Shane Wagner. This is the battle, though. It seems to be the battle all night long. The 4th, 5th, and 6th positions seem to be where it's at. In this case, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Jamie Kerr, Steve Requino, and, well, lap down machine of Donald Ray. But again, Donald Ray trying to go to the front, take his lap back the old-fashioned way. If the caution doesn't come out, he's going to have to find a way to do it somehow. Requino, though, right to the back bumper of Jamie Kerr off turn number 2 is going to make a move to the inside. Maybe not. Right on board with the driver, the number 24. Goes to the inside in turn 3 once again. Can he make it stick now? Again, finding some grip there in the apron of the racetrack. It's tough to get off the corner that way, but you can make it turn mid-corner. That's where he's getting to the inside of the 75. Big wiggle out of Shane Wagner just up ahead. I don't know if you guys saw that on your views, but a moment there for the driver, the number 26 machine. That truck all sorts of crossed up off turn number 4. It gathers it, saves it, keeps it going straight. We have Jamie Kerr and Steve Requino once again. Steve just trying to find a way around the number 75 truck for that 3rd position. Requino does seem to be a tick faster, but you got to be able to go around. If you're quick because you're running the same line as the guy in front of you, it's just not going to work. You got to either find another way or move the guy out of the way. Jamie Kerr real loose on entry. You see the back end of that truck's hanging out mid-corner. Steve Requino just frustrated, I'm sure, behind the wheel. That number 24, he knows he's quicker. Last lap, full 1/10 of a second quicker than the 75, but he's got nowhere to go with it. Steve Requino showing a lot of patience here as he goes to the high side, trying to switch it up on the 75 of Jamie Kerr. Surprised he hasn't used the bumper at all at this point. First bump's usually a, hey, I'm here. Second bump's usually, I'm faster than you. And the third bump usually results in the truck in the front of you backwards down the straightaway or off corner exit. So far, none of that has occurred. Requino really trying to do it the old-fashioned way, the gentleman's way. Pass him the right way. Down low he goes once again into turns 1 and 2. Can get to the door of the 75. Just quite can't get the momentum off the corner to do anything with it. I'm sure this is frustrating Donald Ray as well, because Donald's a quick truck out there as well. They'll be a lap down. Doesn't want to get too involved in this mess, but he wants to get clear of it, I'm sure. Now he's the meat and the sandwich between the 75 and the 24. Again, this is still the battle on the racetrack right now for position and some for not. Jamie Kerr's up in 3rd, Requino's 4th, trying to come up with a new game plan. Well, Jamie's in the fence just a bit there. Corner exit. It's going to allow Donald Ray to get to the bottom and possibly pass the 75. '41 gets around both of these cars, work his way further towards the front once again, maybe to try and get a lap back. Got 18 laps to go. The 41's going to need a caution. He's the first truck a lap down. In fact, no, he is now on the lead lap, it appears. Nope, Donald Ray is still not on the lead lap. Got excited there. Not so much. Steve Requino, though, Back to the tailgate of the 75. Really tough to get that truck to turn on the exit of the corners and get to the throttle, but you usually got to drive it out high side, keep that momentum. Otherwise, going to snap that thing sideways and be in trouble. See him a little loose off corner exit, trying to get to the inside of the 75 while still using the throttle. The fine and delicate balance here at IRP, though. We do have 15 laps to go. Back up front, Zach Millett still leads by a wide margin, 7.7 seconds over second place running Shane Wagner. 14 laps to go. Zach has run a great race so far this evening, but let's take a look here at the advantage he has over the 26. We'll watch him come off of turn number 4 here in the speed shot. Corner exit. There's the 26. And here is second place Shane Wagner. Quite a distance to make up here if we stay green to the end. We've got less than 12 laps to go. Steve Requeno has finally gotten around the 75 of Jamie Kerr. We missed it for a moment there. Let's try to go back, see if we can get a replay here. Yes, Steve Requeno passes Jamie Kerr. Here is the replay. We'll go full speed here. Requeno gets to the outside and a little wiggle out of the 75 on corner entry, but they switched things up here. Requeno knew he had to get to the top line to carry the momentum off turn 2. Does it the right way, gets by the 75. Jamie tries to drive it in deep into 3. Nothing doing there.
Caution, caution.
And look at that, 10 laps to go. Caution is out. You see Ronaldo McKinnon spun backwards on the front straightaway. Trouble here late at IRP. This is going to change a lot of things. I believe these guys will have an extra set of tires still in the pit lane. Question will be, do you stay out or do you pit? This is definitely not what Zach Millett wanted to see. Back and take a look at the incident with Ronaldo McKinnon here quickly. 52 truck down low. Beamster up high, and again, just gets to the throttle a little bit too quickly off corner exit. We've seen that a couple of times already tonight from various drivers. Sends him around. Like the pits are open and we don't have any takers, at least not up in the top 2. Steve Requeno, Jamie Kerr, Ben Choate, Brian Rupert, though, they're in the pits. Now remember, no fast repair for Jamie Kerr, appears to be none for Steve Requeno. Ben Choate doesn't have one. Brian Rupert looks like he does have one. Rupert saved his until when it mattered the most, so he's going to roll out here with 4 fresh tires and effectively a brand new race truck. Now we see Shane Wagner. He decides, you know what, I'm going to pit. One thing to notice about that 26 machine is he enters the pit lane. I don't see only a whole lot of damage on that thing at all. Kept that truck clean. Right sides are off the wall. But this will be interesting to watch now. Steve Requeno is shown to be very quick here this evening. He may be getting an opportunity, it looks like, to restart with the leader, Zach Millett. Zach's last pit stop was at lap 49, right at halfway. Requino just stopped for 4 fresh Goodyear Racing Eagles. We talked about, as the leader, 10 laps to go, you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you hit the pit lane and get those 4 fresh tires, well, everybody behind you is probably not going to. We got 6 laps to go. Lights are still on the pace truck, so we're likely going to get the restart at 4 laps to go. He wouldn't have been able to get back through the field with the fresh tires, more than likely. However, he stayed out, and what does the rest of the field do? They stop and get tires. So again, it's the one instance in racing where being the leader is not an advantage, and that is a caution with less than 10 to go on a flat short track when you've been on the green on that set of tires for quite a while. There you see it. Lights are off. 1 to go lap. We're going to get the green next time by. 4 laps to go. Don't forget, though, we do have 3 opportunities at a green-white checkered finish. If that happens, we'll do it 3 times until we get a winner. Definitely not cheering for that. But it sure beats finishing under yellow. So if it happens, it happens. I'd love to see this one finish out here in the next 4 laps and see who can bring home a trophy. Steve Requino just might steal this thing if he can be careful. Millett's going to take the high side again on the restart to see if he can get away without spinning the tires. Good jump for Zach Millett. Steve Requino taking full advantage of those fresh tires. He's loose off turn 4, though. We got a wreck off the corner. Caution is out once again.
Boston, you're doing a good job. You want to give us an update on that car?
Again, we're getting late in the race here. We talked about this early on. Fresh Goodyear tires, at least at this track, with these trucks, they do not do what they want them to. They are tough to get a hold of. You got to get some heat into them before they're really going to grip up. We saw that a bit out of Steve Requino trying to make a move for the top spot. He was a little loose off turn 4. We had a couple of guys, Brian Torsha, Ben Schott, looked like maybe Mark Thomas. Let's go take a look, see what we can see here off turn number 4 that brought us under the yellow here and giving us our first green-white checkered finish of the night. A little bit of contact with Shane Wagner and Ben Schott, incidental at best. Schott gets clipped and then clips the 26. Rupert hits the 26. Mark Thomas collects the 1 as well. Brian Torsha might have gotten that thing locked down best he could, didn't make contact. Well, there you have it. Another angle here. This is again off turn 4. Little bump. I can't tell if Schott was coming down or Wagner was coming up. Either way, they both get the raw end of it. Rupert just drills the 26. Ben throttles up to keep it off the inside wall. Does a good job of not hitting anything else. So now the question is the 24, did they get enough heat into those tires that 1 lap for it to matter on this first green-white checker attempt? You can see how quickly he was able to close the gap between himself and Zach Millett that 1 lap. Right now, your top 5, of course, Zach Millett, Steve Requino, Jamie Kerr still sits 3rd, Brian Rupert into the 4th spot. Not sure how that truck is going to handle after the contact with the 26. And running 5th is the 26 of Shane Wagner. Let's take a look here if we can get a look at Brian Rupert's machine. Yeah, a lot of nose damage to 3 of that truck. Side looks pretty decent, but I don't know. We'll see if we can get it home here in the top 5. Shane Wagner, a little worse for wear. We were just talking a minute ago about how clean that truck was looking. No more. Budweiser Silverado looking more like a can of Budweiser at this point. I hope you guys stick around for this finish. We're coming to its conclusion. Strategies have been played. The cards are on the table. Now it's just a matter of getting the laps in and getting this thing finished off. Real battle, I think, is going to be between the 25 and the 24 and the 315 of Zach Millett. Zach's been the class of the field all evening long. Certainly the quickest truck out there, but on much older tires. Pit lap 49 for Zach Millett. Steve Requeno pit lap 92, as did really everybody in behind. So we'll see how this plays out. The field works towards the green flag here. Pace truck is down.
Green flag.
Another good jump by Zach Millett. They work into turn one, 2 laps to go, and we've got trouble. Jamie Kerr in the fence, upside down. Big wreck into turns 1 and 2. How does the caution not come out for that one? They get away with it clean, though. Zach Millett still out front, looking for the white flag off of turn number 4. Steve Requeno down into the flat once again, looking for some grip. Loose off turn 4 again. Can he track him down here? They're into turn 1 and 2. Last lap for Zach Millett. Put on a clinic all afternoon. He's off turn number 2 on older tires down the backstretch. Steve Requeno can't do anything with him into turn 3. Can he drive it in deep? Maybe, maybe not. He's right there, getting some grip on the bottom of the racetrack, but off turn number 4, Zach Millett's gonna win it. Steve Requeno is second. Brian Rupert is third. Shane Wagner is fourth as he spins off the corner, and Donald Ray brings it home 5th. Guys left it all out on the racetrack here tonight. Zach Millett brings it home with a checkered flag. A great finish. Zach Millett out of Alexandria Bay, New York, brings home the checkered flag from IRP. Celebrating on the front straightaway. All right, we're going to step aside here for just a moment, hear from our sponsors, and get a word with our top 3 after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to IRP Indianapolis, Indiana. Zach Millett has just taken the checkered flag here in the My Cricket Makes Truck series from IRP. Did a masterful job holding off second place Steven Requino on fresher tires. Let's see if we can go to Zach now and get a word with our winner, Zach Millett. It's Steve in the HBR TV booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Steve?
I'm doing good, Zach. First of all, am I saying your last name right?
Millet? Yeah.
Millett. All right, cool. All right. Congratulations, man. Great run here tonight. You put on a clinic. You didn't lead every lap, but you put the thing on the front row. You started from pole position. I was curious as to the, I don't know if you even had the option to choose inside or outside on the initial start, but Jamie Kerr started on the high side, took the lead right away. You were able to get it back. Tell us about the rest of the race from there and your strategies going forward.
Well, he's so fast right off the start. You don't get the choice off the first restart. So I knew I was going to have to play catch up right off the bat. The high line is so dominant. You can't even come close on the bottom. And once I got lucky and got past him, just tried to not look in the mirror and hope for the best.
Well, we saw you guys working for a little while. As the run went on, the low line started to come in. Maybe not great, but enough that guys could try and make a run. I think that's actually how you managed to get by the 75. Was it just too hairy to run, or was it just that you got to be up top to make lap time?
Seemed like everything was the exit speed, and if you're running low, it was just hard to not get any wheel spin coming off the bottom. And you're pretty much turning dead right to go straight.
Yeah, we certainly saw a lot of guys that were able to get to the door on corner entry, but couldn't complete it off exit. Moving towards the end of the race here, we saw, obviously, we had late race cautions, lap 10, and then we had the green-white checkered. You decided not to pit. I personally, as good as you are around here, I still thought you were dead meat. Steve Requino is no slouch. He's pretty quick. Andy had fresh tires. I don't know how you did it, man. How did you hold off the 24?
You know, that first restart right after they all pitted, I was pretty nervous. I looked in the mirror right before the caution. He was right there. And I thought I was in trouble. I like the feel of the truck with used tires on it. It's almost like I feel way worse if it has fresh tires on it. I'm just way too loose. Even running the high line, I'm coming off sideways. So I felt like I could be a little more consistent if I knew what I had.
Well, I don't know how you did it, but your last lap of the race was a 22.62, only not even 2/10 slower than your fastest lap of the day, and you pit at lap 49. So old tires certainly were to your advantage, so congratulations. Before we let you go, Zach, is there anybody you need to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Sim Speed Shop, Beetle Motorsports, the OG Racing League for always having fun races and great drivers in it. And I'd like to thank Collar Boys Racing for always having awesome coverage. I'm looking forward to the next one.
All right, Zach. Well, thanks for chatting with us, man. Thanks for the kind words, and good luck at the next one.
Thanks, man.
Well, Zach Millett, your winner here tonight at IRP. Next, we're going to Steve Requino. Get a word with our runner-up. Steve, this is Steve in the HBR TV booth. Oh, he has disappeared. He has to unmute himself. Let's try this again. This time for sure. Steve, it's Steve in the HBR TV booth. You got a copy?
I got you. Got a copy?
All right. Steve, congratulations on the second spot. I was just telling Zach here in the winner's interview that I thought he was dead meat. You showed some pretty good pace here tonight to begin with, but then you roll out with some fresh tires. What was the key? What did you need to really get back by and take the top spot for a win here tonight? You unfortunately weren't able to get it done, but what could have helped you do that?
I just needed more laps. My car on fresh tires just didn't get going for a couple of laps, and it got stuck on the bottom a couple times. That top side's just so dominant; it's so hard to beat. So I just needed more laps there, and but I'll take a second place finish.
It was a good run either way. We watched you battle with Jamie Kerr for quite a while, but going back to the tire issues, fresh tires, it wasn't even just you. We saw it with a lot of guys tonight. They were fresh tires being cold. They're like driving around on rocks. They just had no grip. They were real dancy. You get off the corner, things would get sideways. Half of our cautions were as a result of that, Mark Thomas being one of them. Tell us about the battle with the 75, though. We saw that quite a while, many laps. You and Jamie Kerr battling for position. You seemed quicker. The lap times indicated that you were quicker, but just weren't able to get around. Was it just a matter of the only way I'm going to get this guy is if I use the bumper? I mean, eventually you got to the high side, but tell us about that.
Yeah, exactly. I was just trying to stay patient. No need to push it. I was waiting for him to make a mistake. He was in the wall quite a bit that first run, so I was just hoping as the later the run went, he would get more into the wall, but he wasn't really doing it. So just trying to stay patient. And again, it's so hard to pass here. You know, on the bottom, it gets so tight that a lot of times you see a lot of people get up there and hit the guy on top. So I was just trying to stay patient, waiting for a mistake, and then he didn't make one. So, but it's good, clean racing.
In the long run, it worked out. You finished runner-up. Of course, a win would have been better on your part, I'm sure, but it was fun to watch. You guys put on a great show tonight. Certainly, I appreciate that, trying to call the race. But before we let you go, Steve, is there anybody that you need to thank before getting out of here?
I just got to thank all the sponsors and you for broadcasting and everybody that puts on the league. It's a fun time. Get out here and race, and today was pretty fun. It was a good workout, so it was a good time.
All right, Steve. Well, thanks for chatting with us, man. Good luck at the next one.
Thanks.
Steve Requino, our second place finisher here tonight at IRP, doesn't get so excited. Sounds like Rodney Childers up there. Nothing really phases him, but a good run by the 24. Finishes second, just short of a win. Maybe a few more laps could have had that checkered flag. But next, we're going to go to Brian Rupert, get a word with our third place finisher. Brian, it's Steve in the HBR booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Steve. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Brian. Good to see you up here in the top three. You had some issues out there on track a couple of times. It was beating and banging. Certainly, I saw some late race contact with the 26 of Shane Wagner after he spun in front of you. Tell us about your strategy coming into tonight. Did you stick with it, or did you have to change things up as the race progressed?
No, I definitely had to change things up. I wanted to try to stay up front, stay in the clean air. It's so hard to pass there. Once I dropped kind of back in the pack a little bit there after I got into incident, I went in and got new tires there. I forget what lap that was. I was there toward the end. That helped me out a lot, I think.
I think it was lap 92. You made it to pit lane. 4 fresh tires certainly helped. You were quick really all night. You had good times in practice. Qualified, I think it was 8th. I don't remember if you had an issue in qualifying or not, but you gained 5 spots. You finished top 3 here, so congratulations. Was there anything you could have done to catch the rest of these guys, or was it just a matter of needing more laps?
I think I just needed more laps. I don't think I had a car for that 315. He was quick tonight.
Certainly made everybody look bad, put on a clinic tonight, but at the end, I thought Requino was going to get him. It didn't work out, but put on a good race nonetheless. Brian, thanks for chatting with us, man. Before we let you get out of here, is there anybody you need to thank?
Hey, just want to thank all our sponsors: My Cricut Makes, Sudarth Taxidermy, D. Dixon Sons Trucking, TRS the Racing School, and Litchfield Specialty. And I want to thank you here at HBR for broadcasting this for us.
Well, Brian, again, I thank you for having me be a part of it. It's been fun to watch all these, whether it's trucks or ARCA or modifieds. It's a blast. You guys put on a good time, a good show, and you're a great league to be a part of, and I'm just happy to be here.
I appreciate that.
Thanks for the kind words, Brian. Good luck the next one.
Thank you.
This was Brian Rupert, our third place finisher here in the My Cricut Makes Truck Series from IRP. That's going to do it for us here at the Truck Series race here in Indianapolis. It's been fun. It's been a good race. I don't know what it is about this place. I love watching races here. I love calling races here. I like driving trucks, anything. It doesn't matter what it is at this racetrack. I grew up watching Thursday Night Thunder and the likes of Jeff Gordon. Yeah, I'm dating myself here, but this place, it brings back racing memories, and they're almost all good ones. So it was fun to do this tonight. Thank you guys in the stream for joining us, for saying hey. Even if you didn't chat with us, that's okay. Remember, next time, please chat it up. Ask us questions. Cheer on your favorite driver. Where are you watching from? I feed off of that. I like it. It makes it easier, to be honest, and I'll give you a shout out on the broadcast, so that's always a plus. So once again, thanks for watching. If you haven't already done so, like, follow, subscribe, share, the whole 9 yards there. Facebook.com/HowlerBoysRacingTV. Also on YouTube, the Howler Boys Racing TV. We do the multi-stream to both platforms, so if you like one over the other, that is also available to you. Thanks, everybody. Join us at the next one. We'll be back Monday for the Superior Class Auto Racing ARCA Series, then Tuesday for the Cup Series. Those races kick off at 8:45 in the East. Actually, Cup is 9 p.m. in the East. And then we are back with the Modifieds on Wednesday, ARCA on Thursday, and then once again, the My Cricut Makes Truck Series next Saturday. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night.